Good morning, Aquarius. Aquarius, are you in love? Are you in love? Feels like it. Well, let's see what we've got for you. I'm just going to start with random intuitive messages as they came through. The first thing I saw was an elephant. It was a line drawing, I think, of an elephant. So it was white, a white background, black ink. Very beautifully drawn elephant. Sort of, I could just see its face coming from this side of the image. It's elephant. We're going into lewd territory already. Its trunk was up, and yeah, so I could just see the front of its face. But it had a red cloth on its head, like a red patterned cloth. So if I was gonna take a guess, I would say this was an Indian elephant with like one of those like okay, I'm starting this reading really well, aren't I? When I was a kid, my mum's favourite animal is elephants, and she had like a tapestry up on the wall. So, mum, I'm sorry for what I did when I was at about 5, 4 or 5. I'm so sorry that I did this. She had this gorgeous tapestry on the wall of an elephant, and it was sort of, I don't know where it would have come from, but it had all these like mirrors sort of sewn into the this kind of like tapestry thing, and so I was a kid, I sat there and I was like fascinated, and I was kind of like thinking, oh, how are these mirrors in here? And I kind of picked some of them out and kind of ruined the tapestry. So I think my mum was probably a bit upset about that, so I'm sorry, mum, that I did that. I don't know if it's my mum's or my dad's actually. I'm assuming it was my mum's because it was an elephant, you know. So yeah, that happened, but it was like that kind of fabric with like the mirrors sewn in. It was like embroidered, but it was on the elephant's head, and it was red. So I don't know if that's relevant to anybody. Maybe somebody has an image, or they've drawn an image of this. I don't know. um then I saw a couple of rabbits, specifically the face and nose of rabbits, which may have just been spillover from Capricorn's reading, because they had a card up here that was a dove, but it kind of had a rabbit's face, so it could be that. But they also gave me sunflowers and some sunflower seeds. So I don't know if somebody has a rabbit and they've been feeding it sunflower seeds, or maybe you've been eating sunflower seeds. Could be something there for somebody. Um, when I was thinking about doing your reading, sometimes they show me cards, like a card will flash up in front of my mind's eye, and they specifically showed me the Four of Cups from this deck. So I'm using this deck today. We'll see if the Four of Cups comes out. But that is to do with traditionally the Four of Cups is like someone's not looking at 3 cups, they've got their arms folded, they're being quite grumpy about it, saying, I'm not interested in any love offers or any relationships, I'm kind of done with love, I'm over it. But what they don't see is there's kind of like this divine hand trying to offer them this Ace of Cups, which is like a perfect love, a divine offering kind of thing. So the image on, I should have got it out thinking about it now, but the image on the Tarot Del Nui deck is a lady who lay on her back. You can sort of see her chest area. She looks very, very seductive. So it's almost as though somebody's going, I'm not interested in love, I'm not interested in love. Oh, come and get me. You know, it's like a bit of a conflict with that card. It's an interesting Four of Cups. As I was kind of getting ready for your reading, tuning into your energy, looking at the card up there, the star card is your card. So I'll bring it forward so you can see. The star card is your card in the tarot. So yeah, I was kind of like tuning in, and my mind wandered to my dentist appointment. I have a dentist appointment today. Very, very excited for it, because I've not been since COVID started. Like, I think I was due an appointment the week it started, that like the week lockdown started. So it's been like, what, 9 months and more than that, and I'm like, I just want to go and to the dentist and have that super clean feeling in, like, on my teeth. So I don't know if this is relevant to you. Perhaps you are missing dentist appointments as well. Perhaps you really want to go to the dentist. Perhaps you've got some sort of dental issue that you need to get checked out, but that came through. They just kind of showed me stars as teeth. I don't know why. I don't know if that's any relevance to you. Perhaps you're using that Snapchat filter, right? The Snapchat filter where it like adds sparkles, and perhaps you have really sparkly teeth on it. Perhaps that's the thing. I just blurt out whatever comes into my head because it's normally relevant for somebody during these videos. So I was looking at this, and I was really drawn to the stars. My son is studying the solar system at school. So last night he couldn't sleep, and we watched a little bit of a program called The Planets on the BBC with Professor Brian Cox. So we sat there and we watched a little bit about Mercury. So I don't know if there's anything there for anyone. But what I was thinking about as I was thinking this, as I was drawn to it, was kind of like the images of the planets and how beautiful they are. That kind of like ethereal, kind of otherworldly. That's what it is. It's otherworldly because when I woke up this morning, well, still now when I look out my window, it's very, very frosty. Oh, I've got a funny feeling in the left side of my head. Now, when I get intuitive messages, I get it through the right side of my head normally, like the feeling. So I've got it on the left, which is different. But yeah, it's like looking out onto a different planet. I opened my curtains and looked out, and kind of looked out my kitchen window, and it's like the air is thick with this kind of like icy fog. It's like fog, but it's mist. It's like icy, misty, sort of like ghost town, ethereal, magical, different world outside of my window this morning. And I'm really kind of thinking about how there's ice crystals in the air. Like the air is made of crystals right now, which is even more magical. There's something really magical to it. So I don't know what this is for you. It feels magical and otherworldly, the energy. That's the best way I can describe it. I heard coming down, and I could see like you know when space shuttles land on the moon, like they have like the steps, the metal steps that come down. I could see like metal steps coming down and like hitting the ground, and then like feet coming down. So I don't think we're going to get invaded or anything like that, but I think it's a metaphor for perhaps you being in a very, very dreamy space. Do you hear the crows? For you being in a very dreamy kind of headspace where you've kind of got like yourself a bit lost in some sort of mental fantasy or something, and it's like now is the time to get grounded, to get practical, especially in love, because Venus has entered Capricorn, which means that this very lovey-dovey sign is actually hitting an earth sign, as well as Mars in Taurus. So we've got kind of like the planet of action and the planet of love, both in very grounded earth signs, very practical signs. So there could be something about some kind of fantasy, taking practical steps, or getting yourself like feet back on the ground with this situation. What else did I see? I was drawn to the stars very strongly, and I heard again from Capricorn's reading yesterday, so there's a bit of spillover, but their song was She's Madonna, and there's a line in that song where he says, we're having drinks with Kate and Stella, and they were kind of giving me that, but really focusing on Stella. They're talking about Stella McCartney, Paul McCartney's daughter, fashion designer. Again, don't know if there's any relevance there, but they gave it me, and then I saw a bottle of Stella. It's a drink. Is it cider? No, it's like a lager drink, isn't it? Stella. So I don't know if that's something that somebody drinks. But they also gave me Stella, which is from A Streetcar Named Desire. So I don't know if that has any relevance to anybody. That's a play which was turned into a movie. So if you don't know what that is, A Streetcar Named Desire. Yeah, a desire for something. And then I got a tingling finger. It was my right hand, and it was this finger. So don't know, again, any relevance there. And then at the same time, I got a pain in my upper right shoulder, so very close to my neck, sort of, you know, like when somebody, I don't know if you've ever had this, like somebody kind of affectionately, but kind of like quite trollishly kind of grabs your shoulder and gives it a squeeze, but they squeeze it too hard. It was like that. So I don't know if that's any relevance to you as well. But I was also drawn to how her dress goes over her right shoulder, and maybe somebody's had a bandage, a sling. It could explain why there's pain in my right finger and my right shoulder if somebody is wearing a sling right now. As I was shuffling, I saw the magician and the moon together. So the magician has tricks up his sleeve, but you might not know what they are. I'm getting REM. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, then nothing is cool. If you believe they put a man on the moon. My voice is closing up. So yeah, somebody's definitely keeping some kind of secret about something they're trying to manifest and bring down to earth. The magician, as well as a card about manifesting things, dreaming, having a vision, and having all the tools you need to bring it down and make it a practical reality. So yeah, this is something that somebody's trying to do, but they're being secretive about it. Also, my eye was drawn to this deck, which is the deck that I'm using here for you. The image on it is the magician. So yeah, magician coming through strongly there. Then I saw the Nine of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles is about working together as part of a team, everybody bringing in kind of their own unique skills and talents to make something happen. The Nine of Pentacles is working independently. You may find that you have to team up with people where you're used to working alone or working with a certain amount of independence, or vice versa. But I saw it with the Nine of Pentacles into the Three of Pentacles, which means teaming up with people. So if you've been trying to do something on your own, keeping it a secret, kind of trying to manifest something, feeling like it's something you can do on your own with that magician card, it may be also telling you that you may need to kind of recruit other people to help in some way, kind of team up with people or employ people to do some of your jobs for you, something like that. Especially if maybe if you're starting up your own business and getting into some success, you may have to start sort of outsourcing something there for somebody. Take a deep breath. I may have some coffee. Now the songs that you got through, the first one that came through was I'm gonna absolutely mangle this. I'm so sorry. Un Passo Dalla Luna by Rocco Hunt and Anna Mina. As I got this song, I got a text that a package that I'm waiting for has cleared customs. Somebody may be thinking about traveling. This is this song is in a language that I don't speak, so to me this is like a foreign, it's from somewhere else. So I don't know, somebody with customs, it's like maybe somebody's having to go through customs, maybe somebody's going on vacation, something like this, which is tricky right now, right? So, because it's lockdown, but maybe you're thinking ahead. I had to Google translate this. Now I thought it was Spanish, but then on the description on IDMB, the film website, it said it was Italian and directed by the astronauts, which again, we've got more stuff about the planets and the stars, right? It's very otherworldly, you're reading. And the song, as if, I love when it confirms what I've been thinking of, because I was sat there thinking, well, it's your card's the star card, Aquarius. Of course I'm thinking about the planets. I've been studying the planets. Like, of course, like, the planets is coming through. But then the song confirmed it. Now, I've got about 900 songs on Spotify and I randomised. And the song that I got had lines like, I look at the sky and right there a star falls. Okay? Pretend you are one step away from the moon. Like, maybe you're dealing with the Pisces. The moon is a Pisces card. You are beautiful to fear. I've been waiting for you for a lifetime. I look at the sky and right there a star falls. It's like the star can represent wishes, right? Wishes, dreams, hopes. And I was talking about coming down to earth and that kind of like how everything feels very otherworldly. It's like a dream is about to come true for you, or you're making a dream happen. A star falling to earth, it's like a wish coming true, a wish coming down to earth. Like the universe is like, wish granted, here you go. You manifested this, magician. Yeah, magical. Like really, really like surreal. Like every time I look out of the window, it's like, I don't know, this idea of like the sky being full of crystals, because ice is a crystal, right? Like full of them, full of tiny, tiny crystals. Like the stars have come down to earth. It's very romantic. It's very... And that's kind of what I was picking up on with that song. It's very... Now, I don't know if the translation is good. It was Google Translate, right? So there's room for error there if you do speak whatever language this is. but it's beautiful, it's poetic, it's like high language, right? They one of the opening words is or opening phrases is urban poet. Also, somebody made like cursive writing. I kind of dug out an old magazine that I got for my daughter this morning. I was like, what's that? And kind of pulled it out. And it was a decorative writing magazine. She's very arty, so I kind of got it thinking she'd like it, and she just shoved it somewhere and never looked at it again. But as I was making my notes, I fell into cursive writing. Now, normally I write in kind of bubble writing, like I'm about 10 years old, right? Like big round bubble writing. But I kind of fell into this very beautiful, like italic, like right leaning script. So I don't know if somebody writes like that. The next song that you got through, again, there's very romantic feeling. You got Lonely Together by Avicii and Rita Ora. It's my head or my heart, and it's my head and my heart that I can't give up. What? I've wrote that down wrong, I think. But she's choosing between her head or her heart. And she says, my hands are tied, but not tight enough. You're the high that I can't give up. And it's reminding me again, did Capricorn get it yesterday, or was it Sagittarius? Somebody got Rewrite the Stars in the last couple of days. And in Rewrite the Stars, they say, let's rewrite the stars. You know I want you. It's not a secret I tried to hide, but I can't have you. Something and my hands are tied. And then this song's come through and it's saying my hands are tied but not tight enough. You're the high that I can't give up. And then you've got this high, right? It's like being in love is some sort of high. But then it's like about getting grounded and practical. Like bringing the fantasy, the dream into the reality. Like, I'm into your reading, Aquarius. You soppy gits. Right, okay. We need to randomise you a song on camera, but I don't know. Oh, there's my tablet. I've just shoved it somewhere. Yeah, we need to randomise you a song on camera. I'm just giving it a clean. I'm such a dirty girl. I'm sorry, Aquarius. What is it with your readings? I'm blaming you. I'm blaming your energy. Sorry, Mum. I apologise to you twice now in this video. Okay. So again, this is the song that randomised for Capricorn yesterday. Let's give it a randomisation and see what Aquarius gets, please. Lily Allen, The Fear. The Fear, and then it's COVID-19. Okay, there we are. Lily Allen, The Fear. It's so funny. The Fear was followed by an advert from the UK government about COVID. So I swear, Spotify is the biggest troll. So it's, yeah, maybe that's what it is, like getting grounded. You've got this dream, this fantasy, and then it's like, oh yeah, COVID's happening. I can't actually go anywhere. I'm locked in my house like fucking Rapunzel. I'm just trying to think of the song. Lots of something. I want lots of money. I don't care about smart. I don't care about funny. I just want to be famous. So yeah, it's she's saying it quite sarcastically. Lily Allen, she's the daughter of a famous actor actually. So she comes from that celebrity bubble already. So I think she is quite a down-to-earth singer, Lily Allen. You know, definitely has a good head on her shoulders. So that song is definitely written ironically. I don't think that's what she feels at all. Like knowing kind of like her personality from, you know, other things. It's definitely like, I don't know what's right and what's real anymore. I don't know what's right and what's real anymore. I don't know how to feel anymore. Perhaps this is what you're feeling like, Aquarius. Yeah, I think it's a rejection of kind of materialistic concerns, egotistic concerns, you know, concerns about the ego. I want to be famous. and a reassessment of what you actually want and what you need and why, possibly. Right, I'm going to properly hook up to the energies, and I'll be back with you to pull some cards. Listening to that song there as I'm tuning in, it's sorry mum for the third time in this video, I'm about to swear everybody. She goes, but it doesn't matter, 'cause I'm packing plastic, and that's what makes my life so fucking fantastic. I'm a weapon of massive consumption, but it's not my fault, it's how I'm programmed to function. So yeah, if you grow up in a consumerist society, right, in a capitalist society, it's all about the money, baby. It's all about the sell, sell, sell. So if you're raised in a society like that, where you're bombarded with advertisements, bombarded with Instagram, what did she say? I look in the mirror and, if I take my clothes off because that's how you get famous and things like this, she says. It's like, that's what you're taught. That's what your little girls are taught. Have a look at Instagram, have a look at all these celebrities taking the clothes off and getting a load of money. Don't you want that life? Look how happy she looks on Instagram. It doesn't matter. They're giving me Lucky by Britney Spears now. It doesn't matter that she's crying her eyes out, in a bedroom at night, as she cries herself to sleep. What do they say in Lucky? Isn't she lucky, this Hollywood girl? She's so lucky, she's a star, but she cries all alone in the dark, singing, if there's nothing missing in my life, then why did the tears fall at night? So if you've got children, I think especially girls, but boys as well, and they're looking at celebrities, you do need to make sure that they are grounded and that you say, look, there's a reality behind the screen, there's a reality behind the image, where you... I got sell your soul, I'm sorry. It's like where perhaps you have to sell a piece of your soul in order to, a piece of your morals, a piece of your, what really matters. Because you're getting that fairy tale, you're getting the love, the otherworldly, ethereal, beautiful thing that's trying to come through for you. So if you're too grounded in the day-to-day, maybe you are too grounded in the day-to-day. Maybe you need to let the fantasy in a little bit. There's something there. It's probably different for everybody. But there is something to kind of the difference between fantasy and reality, and groundedness, and not getting lost in the dream, but making it happen. And also being aware that making a dream happen sometimes means that the stars can fall, in terms of like Lucky, right? She's a star, but she cries alone in the dark. If there's nothing missing in her life, then why does she cry at night? Okay, let's go. I'm going to do an overall energy, past, present, future, heart space, head space, action space. We're doing a full reading today. I'm going to kind of fly through it initially, and then we'll interpret with clarifiers. So an overall energy for unbelievable. That was at the bottom of the deck. At the bottom of the deck, I was really kind of called to look at it, and I was thinking, is it the Four of Cups? And it was the Queen of Wands. So I kind of dismissed it, but then she's come out as your overall energy for your reading. So the Queen of Wands, this could be you, or it could be someone you're connecting with, or it could be somebody that you aspire to be. I'm connecting her with this energy here. So it could be you wishing to be like this. It's like envisioning what you want to be, that celebrity, right, coming out onto the stage, everybody's adoring her. Or it could be somebody that you have your eye on, perhaps. They told me the word icon then. Or it could be you kind of just really kind of coming into some sort of power. Now, the Queen of Wands is very, very confident, very attractive, sort of oozes sex appeal. I'm sort of seeing Jessica Rabbit right now. I think it's the red hair. She's very powerful, very magnetic, very confident. It's the confidence, I think, that is attractive more than anything else. The Queen of Wands is someone who would take care of her appearance. She would kind of want to present very well. She's aware that people are looking at her and she enjoys it. I read the Queen of Wands differently depending on the card and depending on the energy of the reading, just so you know that I may say different things about them on different days. That's why, because it's what the card is saying to me today. But yeah, she looks angelic, right? She almost looks like, they're showing me like the top of a Christmas tree. You'd put a star at the top of a Christmas tree, right? The Aquarian star. But you might also put an angel at the top of the Christmas tree. And the top of the Christmas tree is like the highest point. It's the wish, the dream. So maybe you're wishing for somebody who is like an angel, a very fiery sexual angel, or it could be that you are wishing to present like this in some kind of way. You could also be just really kind of like seizing control of your own life, knowing exactly what you want, going out and getting it, using all the tools at your disposal, like that magician, right? Using all the tools at your disposal to get what you want. And if that means that you are... I'm sorry, I just got distracted by the colour of my ring and the colour of her dress. It's like a very similar kind of colour, so there could be something significant there. Like maybe somebody wears this kind of opalescent colour. And yes, that is a giant opal, just so you know. It wasn't very expensive, so it's probably like a low quality opal, but never mind. Yeah, so she's I'm sorry, I don't know why I am the way that I am. And I've completely lost what I was saying, so I was probably distracted for a reason because they wanted me to shut up about that. So we'll just move swiftly on. Yeah, but you maybe sort of using the tools at your disposal to get what you want. And if that means you have to take your clothes off to get famous, that's what you're going to do, because that's one of the tools in your arson, right? Artillery, arsenary, arson. Arson's like fire. I don't know. If I say something wrong, it's probably for a reason. It probably has some bearing on the reading somehow. It may have some significance to a specific person. So no apologies for random stuff that comes out of my mouth. Excuse me. So my son came in for a chat. Past action space, please. So I'm going to explain what all these mean. Aha, there she is. This is the card that I saw last night. So it just flashed up I was thinking about your reading. I was like, who have I got tomorrow? It's Aquarius, and it flashed up in front of my mind's eye like this. So no reason for this specific card to come out other than it was shown to me. The Four of Cups, this is like the card I was saying. It's like I'm not interested in any love offers. I don't want to be in a relationship right now. But the divine is offering this fourth cup. So she kind of has this kind of, she's like, no, I'm not interested in anything, but I'm just going to lie here looking super attractive. And it's very come to me, right? It's very like, come and get me. Interesting. The song that was playing last night was a talk show host by Radiohead. And I think he says in that, it's from Romeo and Juliet as well. But I think he's saying, you want me, come get me, break down the door, something like that. So that's almost like the energy that you're in. It's like, right, well, if you want me, prove it. Come and get me. I want you to break down the door for me. Prove how much you want me. So current heart space, please, for Aquarius. Or that was what you were like in the past. You've got a lot of cards here for your current heart space. Magician, there you go. There's the Magician. Queen of Swords, very communicative and truthful. Page of Wands, that's like new romance, new passion. Five of Cups, though, that's kind of still crying over the spilt milk. Make sure you don't miss the boat because you're too busy sulking. And Six of Pentacles, wanting equal, fair and share and balance. But we're going to get one card. What's one card that best describes? Thank you. Six of Cups, nostalgia for the past. Current thoughts, please. Current thoughts. Well, the Empress and the Tower. Right, I'm taking them. Do you see how dramatically they came out? That represents the Tower moment, I would say. It's there with the Knight of Swords as well, which I'm also going to take because I could see that poking out like that. The Knight of Swords, the Tower, the Empress. So the Empress could be you, or it could be another person. There could be a fallout. Or you're thinking about, there's the Devil card, yeah, there's the fear, right? You're fearing a fallout. Hi, Bess. Fearing some kind of fallout, possibly with an Empress. Could be a mother, a wife, a boss, a Libra, Taurus. Could be you seizing some sort of power in your life, wanting to communicate but not communicating. You can see the sword is facing down, but it's like, because remember, this is all in your thoughts, so it's like I know, right. I'm trying to explain what I'm picking up on and why. So when the cards fall out dramatically like that, that is like a dramatic fallout, like a big argument or something like that. The Tower also can indicate some kind of like moment of high drama or revelation or kind of something happening that kind of pulls the rug out from under your feet. So it's like in your thoughts you're fearing some kind of big dramatic fallout or a lot of drama, or something's going to make a really big dramatic impact when something's communicated. So you're not communicating because you've got the sword pointing down. When swords point down, it means not communicating, holding on to your truth. He's almost like praying though. It's like knowing that this dramatic thing is going to happen. This is my Jon Snow card, and they're giving me Breaker of Chains. So at the moment you could just be sat there, very Sleeping Beauty, right? Look at the vines kind of growing up around her. So it's like, it's got the energy of like the knight praying before he goes into battle to seize the princess from the tower. I told you had this fairy tale element to your reading today. It's almost Piscean. Again, you had the moon card. I don't know if you're dealing with a Pisces or you've got Pisces in your chart. Current action space then. What's going on in the current action space? Oh, I hate this card. What should I do? I need to cover it up a little bit. What can I cover it with? Right, for now I'm just going to cover it with this. It's a heartbreak card. You've got heartbreak, or pain, heart suffering, longing. It's coming through as longing. The Three of Swords is kind of like the broken heart. The image of this card is that she's trying to repair her broken heart, but she's taken the heart from, she's kind of sacrificed a bird, sacrificed an animal, to take their heart and place it over her own, as if that's going to heal her broken heart. So there's something to that there. Like, look, and she's just like lay there, like, I'm getting this element of self-sacrifice, sacrificing your own heart in a situation somehow, your own feelings, your own, like, almost like martyr energy. I watched, because I got, if you watch Capricorn's reading, I kind of channeled a movie called Straight Talk, which I watched when I was about 10. So it's funny the things you remember and the things you don't remember in your life. And this movie, a couple of bits of it stuck in my head. I remembered it wrong, but a couple of like little bits really, really stuck in my head from that movie. And I watched it again last night. It's available on Amazon, and I was like, I've got to go and watch that movie now. And it's funny that you got a talk show host as well, but she's kind of offering advice in that on the radio. She's like an agony aunt. And she's talking to someone, and she goes, oh, get down off the cross, honey. Somebody needs the wood. And it's like, because I was talking about like this martyrdom kind of thing. It's like that line popped into my head. Get down off the cross, honey. Somebody else needs the wood. Sorry, Aquarius. Current future heart space for Aquarius. Could be revealing some sort of truth there with the Seven of Swords in reverse, or wanting to, like, wanting to bear all, right? Like you're very much like trying to open up your heart here in a situation. Future thoughts. Whoa, again, a lot of fallout. Really, really thinking about something that's going to cause a big fallout. Seven of Pentacles into the Wheel of Fortune, taking a chance. Think of me, take a chance, 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 take a chance. I need to write down all your songs. I just shut the window because the bin men are here, so you can hear them beeping there. But the cat's on the window ledge. I shut the window and she looks so offended. Future action space. Future action space. Oh, you're ending with your card. You're ending with the star there, look. Very Piscean energy, this star card. It's the Aquarius card, but it almost reminds me of like, it's very like dream world fantasy, believing in fairy tales, which gives me very Piscean energy. So again, maybe you're Aquarius Pisces cusp, Three of Cups there. There's the rabbit. That's celebrating with other people. And the angel Dalla. The angel Dalla is like a dark angel. She gets you through dark night of the soul type situations. I really want you to be able to see this star card there on camera. So she's she kind of comes to you when you are in your darkest hours. With the Three of Cups, this could be like a friend who comes and kind of helps you to deal with difficult feelings, difficult situations, kind of like lifts your mood. But it's ending with you. It's ending with your card. It's ending with your dreams, your wishes, your fantasies. Healing as well. A lot of healing energy. Healing some kind of shadow energy, some kind of dark thoughts, dark feelings. The Eight of Cups there. That's like walking away from a situation but wanting someone to follow you, wanting someone to come with you. And you can see her hands are tied. Her hands are tied but not tight enough. Right, this is going to be a funny reading. I don't think I'm going to be able to read it super clearly, just kind of to warn you. Crocodile there. Watching, waiting, lurking in the dark. Forgiving me, coming to my parlour, said the spider to the fly. There, perseverance, again, Piscean energy. I'm using this deck for you, the Modern Witch Tarot, because it has a lot of technology in it. And Aquarius, you are a sign of technology and kind of innovation. So the Seven of Cups in your past. I may just stop and restart before we start pulling cards. So the major arcana in your reading, you've got the Tower card with the Empress card right here in the middle. So this is like the major thing, especially right now. This is what you're thinking about, whatever this represents to you. Kind of a huge fallout, a huge amount of drama. If something's communicated involving this Empress, which could be you or another person, a boss, a mother, a wife, then it leads into, in your action space though, whatever, I don't know if you're going to, this communication, this fallout is not in your action space. I think you could take a chance here with this Wheel card, where you're thinking about taking some sort of chance, new opportunity. And you've got this angel Dalla here to support you with any kind of fears, any pain, any, they just keep giving me fear that you may have. This is an energy that supports you through the darkness. So it's a card that's unique to this pack. It's not in any other packs, but it is major arcana. Then it ends with the Star card, which is possibly achieving your hopes and dreams and wishes. And it's got this Queen of Wands energy underlying it, but I don't think you have any wands in your actual reading. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it starts with the Four of Wands here. So wands are all about passion and drive, ambition, confidence, but you don't have, apart from this one right here right at the start, you have no confidence, no passion through your reading just yet. Pentacles, swords, a lot of swords, some cups. It's all emotion and communication, but there's no communication because the swords are pointing down. So I think you're in your emotions because there's no communication, but you know that if you communicate, it's going to cause a Tower moment. So yeah, but you're not confident. Okay, right. The Seven of Cups represents in your heart space in the past, this is some kind of like weighing up of your options, especially in terms of relationships. So figuring out what you want from relationships, what you don't want, what your options are. It's a very kind of contemplative energy. So let's pull another card for that. Why can you clarify the Seven of Cups? Seven of Cups clarified by the Seven of Cups. Yeah, it's like, do I want money? Do I want power? Put money, power, glory. It's like that Lana Del Rey song. Like, be careful, because some of the cups might hold snakes, some of them may hold like that drama, that disruption, right? But there's one here that looks really, really good. This one looks nice as well, like passion and love. So, but then like you've got two good options. So which one do you choose, right? So in your heart space, very indecisive energy, but also measuring up, weighing up options, kind of figuring out who your friends are, what they offer you, do they give back as much as they take, all this kind of stuff. So in your past thoughts, you had the Four of Wands. Now the Four of Wands talks about where you feel, it talks about milestones and celebrating milestones. So if you were celebrating a wedding anniversary, or if you were celebrating graduation, but it can also mean about where you put down roots, where your stability is, and then you've got this Two of Wands, which again represents indecision, indecisiveness, having two options to choose from. It kind of always gives me Yorick as well, alas poor Yorick. I knew him well. Yeah, definitely some kind of nostalgia for the past as well, especially with the Six of Cups there. So there could be a relationship that you lost. Somebody could have even passed away, and maybe looking back at that, thinking what could that have been. Yeah, there's a feeling of like in your past thoughts, like trying to figure out where your happiness lies, trying to figure out it's really coming through as like what could have been. I think what you're doing is looking back at all the decisions you've made in life, the friends that you've lost touch with, the friends that you've kept in touch with, relationships that didn't work out, or people who you had a strong attraction to and you didn't approach. So it's like what could have been. If I'd have been confident, perhaps that's what it is. Perhaps there's a lack of confidence for you in love because there's fear of heartbreak. But it means that you keep missing out on all these kind of opportunities that could have made you really happy. So why is the Four of Cups here? Yeah, you've been very indecisive. Do you have a Libra placement or a Gemini placement? The problem with air signs, you are an air sign. If you didn't know that, Aquarius, you'd think it'd be water, but it's actually air. Air signs come from a place of thoughts, of strategy, of kind of looking at things from all angles, of analysing. You're a very analytical sign. So you share this with Libra and Gemini as well. I'm Libra Sun and I've got Gemini Moon. So I definitely understand this feeling of kind of like letting your thoughts kind of talk you out of things, or your thoughts turning into fears or anxiety or stress about situations, which stops you from doing things. You kind of, where an air sign, right? A fire sign would just jump in without giving it any thought. It's like, oh, that feels good, I'm going to do it. We kind of go, that feels good, I want to do it, but let me think about all the things that could go wrong first. So yeah, perhaps you're trying to move into more of this passionate kind of follow your instincts energy, because you're aware of where this tendency to be over analytical, my wrist cracked then, that was gross, I'm sorry if you heard that. This tendency to be over analytical holds you back from things that you could potentially be really, really nice for you. But in your past, you were still in this energy of kind of like, I don't want to be the one to make a decision here. So if you want me, come and get me. Yeah, Three of Wands it moves on from the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is needing to make a decision. The Three of Wands is making a decision, but you don't make a decision. Like, it's like, I'm not waiting around, but you are waiting around. Maybe you're trying to like make it look like I'm not interested in this, I'm turning my back on this, but you're there waiting around, like really kind of like, woe is me, to see what I have seen, to be who I have been. I mangled that quote. It was Ophelia, and like Ophelia, she does kind of like wither away, doesn't she, and die. So it's got that kind of like energy of it, of like mourning, like longing. They told me lusting, but that's not the energy I'm getting. Like longing for something, but not taking any action towards it, and therefore like withering away. I mean, I'm giving you a hard time here, Aquarius, but literally it's lockdown, so a lot of us can't take action towards the things that we want. So I'm calling you a martyr and being quite mean, but that's not fair, is it? It's not fair. Perhaps this is another thing that you're beating yourself up about. Again, air signs are very intelligent. We are aware of our own behavior and the reasons for our own behavior. So we may act and behave a certain way, and we're kind of like our own worst critics for it. It's like, I know exactly why I'm acting like that. Like, I'm a terrible attention seeker. I'm like, give me attention. like acting the clown because I'm like, I want attention. I'm like a child. But I'm aware that I do that. And like that Libra brain of mine where it's like balance all out everything. It's like, well, it cheers people up, it makes people laugh. I can act the clown, it makes people laugh. It means the vibration's raised, and it's funny. So I act like that. I'm aware that I act like that, but at the end of the day, it's not hurting anyone and it's funny. So I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna keep on being attention seeking like that naughty child in class. So Six of Cups, nostalgia for the past in your current heart space. Page of Wands. Again, nostalgia for the past. Pages are like very new. And here's the wand energy, right? It's like the thing that you were passionate about. Now, it doesn't have to be a person. It can be a project, a hobby, a job, just something that you wanted to do where there was a lot of passion, a lot of enthusiasm for it. Pages, like I say, a very, very new energy. It's like learning, student energy. So wanting to do something, but not taking any action for it in the past. So then you've got a lot of nostalgia for what could have been, like a lot of nostalgia for that thing that didn't get off the ground, that didn't start. I'm noticing that she's next to the wand, literally, but she's like kind of like leaning against this kind of almost like lamppost here. I'm feeling for a lot of you it probably is like some kind of relationship that you didn't take a chance on. That you didn't approach this person. You probably had a massive crush on them and never approached them. It could be someone that you met through college or school, and so you've got this real sense of like what could have been, real longing, a real kind of like yeah, I don't think it's doing you any good because it's keeping you kind of trapped in a space. I mean, a little bit, a certain amount of this is good because it lets you kind of look at the past in terms of like, what am I going to do now in my present? So I didn't take action in my past, so now I want to take action in my present, which is maybe why this tower fallout business is in your thought space. So it's like, I want to learn from my past mistakes. I don't want to live my life on a might have been. What's that? The Killers. Caution by the Killers. It's some kind of sin to live your whole life on a might have been. So perhaps wanting to take the risk now, but knowing it's going to be very chaotic, and it's going to kind of maybe throw like not just your life into chaos, but maybe the lives of the people around you as well. So it's like you're wanting to like drop this bombshell, but oh yeah, there's a lot of fear regarding it. There's The Fear, right, by Lily Allen. You could know someone called Lily. Did I say that? Yeah, that's The Fear. They're just giving me the Fear song really loud. Yeah, fearing the fallout, which may stop you from doing it, but that's repeating the cycle of the past, where the underlying is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands would do it. She'd be like, oh, I want that Empress, or like, I want to do that thing, so I'm just going to do it. And then she's not going to look at that explosion that's happening behind her. So perhaps you're trying to get more into this energy, but at the moment you've still got a huge amount of fear of the unknown in your thoughts. So here you've got the Heartbreak card. I don't know what this card is. Let me just get another card from this deck, because High Priestess there. I just saw the what is this card? The Ten of Pentacles. I just saw the Ace of Swords there as well, which is again speaking that truth. So why is there... Right, here's the unknown. This is the unknown. This is the seesaw. This is the wobble, the indecision. Something to do with a King of Pentacles. Now this could be you. This could be somebody. This could be a boss. It could be a husband. It could be somebody who... Could be an earth sign, somebody who's very grounded, very practical, very tolerant. I don't normally get tolerant. I don't know why tolerant's coming through. Somebody who's very nurturing, stable, grounded, mature, good with money, can offer good career advice, good practical advice. career-minded, ambitious. Could be Taurus. They've got those balls up there on that chair. But there's some kind of heartbreak regarding some kind of unknown or seesaw options here with this King of Pentacles. Give me one more card, please, on the heartbreak and the King of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's the Page of Pentacles, again, is like a student card. Somebody who's coming up with a plan, somebody who's studying, someone who's learning. And it could be somebody who's taking very, like, small steps towards a bigger goal, a bigger, like, some kind of achievement. You know, they've got a star on that pentacle. So taking small steps towards some kind of wish. Possibly wanting to feel like you're... The way this is coming through, because she's walking towards this wish, right, at the end of your reading. And she's holding the star. So it's like coming up with a very, very practical plan, you know, being the magician, bringing your dreams down into reality, knowing what you want, knowing where you're headed, knowing that you don't want to miss an opportunity again, but also knowing that you don't want to cause this drama if you acted in that kind of full Queen of Wands energy. So you're trying to ground your passions, your feelings. You're trying to be practical. You're trying to make small, steady steps towards a goal. Feeling like... I think the slowness of this, like the time it's taking, is what's very painful for you. But knowing that the way to get what you want without causing this fallout is to gradually work your way up to this more stable energy. The King of Pentacles is like the boss. So this is the student, the apprentice, and this is the boss or the teacher. So working your way up from a position where you feel some kind of inferiority to a position where you feel much more confident and stable and grounded and able to offer something very practical and real. At the moment, it's more of a plan, a concept. You know, it's in the beginning stages. So you want to get to this kind of like almost like emperor-like energy where it's like, I can take the risk and take the hit if it goes wrong. That's what it is. Yeah, it's like at the moment I can't take the risk because I'm in a vulnerable position. You know, I could lose everything and just end up with this heartache. So, but if I get into this emperor energy, I mean, this is in your action space. This is what you're doing. It's not my advice to you. Okay, it could be a bad plan. I don't know. It seems practical. It seems like a good plan. But I'm not giving you advice, is what I'm saying. So yeah, so you're saying, but if I was here, I could take the hit and still be okay. So yeah, okay. So in your future heart space, we've got the Seven of Swords energy. Now the Seven of Swords is about being quite sneaky. It's the Thief in the Night card. So they come in and they kind of, they pick up all the swords off the battlefield so that they can't be used against them the next day. So it's strategic, very Aquarian energy, strategic, practical, but secretive and a little bit deceptive. Okay, so you can see there's two people on this card. We've got the person in the background who's like, if it'll focus, she looks kind of resentful. It's like either this person is the person being sneaky. It could be that there's two people. One person's being very sneaky and one person's being very open and honest, especially in terms of love. You can see the red colour on her heart and in her hand. One person being sneaky, one person being open and honest. Or it could be that there's a perception of somebody being open and honest when actually in the background there's things that are hidden. So take it kind of as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But she's you know, bearing her chest, she's bearing everything. She's like, again, it's like get down off the cross, honey, isn't it? It's like everything's revealed, and especially with the Seven of Swords being in the reverse, this is very much like coming out of the deceptive energy, bearing all. So in your heart space, it's like you want to bear all, you want to be truthful, you want to be open and honest, all the while knowing in your thoughts, again, you've got that conflict between head and heart, right? Because the head is saying, oh my God, don't do this. This is like going to be awful. Like if you communicate this, it's going to be chaos. But the Empress could, like, see, it's like saying, again, I don't know if you're one of these people, one or the other or both, but if you're feeling in your somebody in the reality is feeling like they don't have enough, they don't have enough to offer. But then there's this Empress here who, I was saying, like, the King of Pentacles is being emperor-like. The Empress can take the hit. The Empress is going to be good no matter what. So I think there's an inferiority where you're looking at somebody. It doesn't have to be female. You can switch the gender around as necessary. She, he, they. Looking at somebody who is like really up on a pedestal for you. It's like they've got it all going on, which makes you feel inferior. But actually, you could actually be this King of Pentacles who's emperor-like. Or the Emperor, the King of Pentacles and the Empress could be the same energy. Again, it can be Taurian energy. Together, it would be Taurian energy. This can be Libra, this can be any earth sign, but they're both Taurus. So I think there could be some kind of inferiority complex going on for you. So you're scared of bearing all because you don't feel good enough. So tell me about the Seven of Swords. Yeah, there's the Two of Cups though. So in your heart space, you want to tell somebody how much they mean to you, or you want to make some kind of offer of friendship. The Two of Cups is like two people who see eye to eye. They are a really good match. They get on really well, like just like a perfect match in terms of like friendship, or and it could be anything. It could be somebody that you're working with, or it could be a love interest, or a family member, but it's somebody who's like your equal. Now they don't have to be the same as you. You can see maybe one of these people is a water sign, she's stood in the water. Maybe somebody's an earth sign, or they have those elements. You don't have to be the same. You could be from different places. But you match on a kind of like a emotional level, I would say. So not wanting to be deceptive, wanting to be open and honest about your feelings. So in your future thoughts, you've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is like, again, it's like those baby steps, right? The plan, working on it, kind of taking it step by step, step by step. I'm just really noticing all this kind of like dark energy here, though. She's covered in tar. It's kind of like a black swan, right? She's covered in tar. She's again like injuring herself. There's a lot of like self-injury here, martyrdom, but wanting to take this, spin the wheel of fortune, right? Wanting to see what happens if you take a risk, take a gamble. I'm just going to stop and restart. My readings are getting too long, so I'm going to leave that there. But then let's find out why the angel Dalla is here. Why is the angel Dalla here, please? Because you're not making the fucking decision. Because you're torturing yourself by not making a decision, Aquarius. So the angel Dalla is here helping you through this. And what is the Three of Cups doing here? Why is the Three of Cups here, please? Because you're still trying to work on something yourself as part, rather than part of a team. You've got some kind of idea for some kind of new passion project. You've got 2 3s as well. 2 3s can actually indicate this is a romantic relationship. Somebody could already have a partner. 3s indicate love triangles, third party situations, where there's some kind of new passion involved. Could be somebody that you know from work. Again, we've got 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is working on something over and over again, kind of mastering it. I did pick up on the sense of you wanting to do this here, but this can also indicate celebration, a party, a coming together, where perhaps you could make connections with other people who can help you. So take that as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. And it ends in the Star card. So this is like hopes, dreams, wishes coming true. Why is the Star card here, please? No, Star in reverse, because you're not making the offer. You're not offering it. So you've got the dream, you've got the ambition, you want to make it grounded, but you're not doing it. The Star in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse. You're not making the offer. You're not doing it. You're repeating the past mistakes. You're not learning from it because you're not up here. You know how good it is. You see it, you feel it. And then in your reality, it's like, oh no, I'm just going to let go of that dream. I'm not going to make that offer. If they want me, they'll come and get me. So you're stuck in a cycle. It's like history repeating itself. It's like everything's fine. Everything's fine. It could be that you get rejected, but then you're like, everything's fine. I'm glad I tried. I'm glad I tried because now I know. If you never try, you never know, right? And you'll spend your whole life on a might have been. It's some kind of sin to live your whole life on a might have been. So make the offer. If they'll either say yes or no, but it won't be a might have been. you know? Again, you trust your instincts, use your own knowledge of your own past experience, your own situation, because there is a big drama here in the middle of your reading. So you know what's best for your own situation. Don't take my advice as literal advice. It's just my opinion. If you think my opinion is valid and I'm giving you good advice, then go and speak to friends or some kind of seek other guidance before making a decision. Don't make any decisions based solely on this reading. Yeah, there you go. The Oracle of Delphi in reverse. That's the this is Pygmalion energy. For me, this is again somebody who's kind of mastering the craft, working on something. This is coming through strongly. Like really, you want to be in a really good position. So it may be that you are doing something in your career or kind of some kind of hobby where you're trying to master a craft. You want to get like into a really strong position before you do something. But Pygmalion also he rejected all the kind of local women he knew because he had a very low view of women, but then he sculpted his perfect woman and fell in love with his sculpture, but the goddess Aphrodite came along and granted his wish for his sculpture to become real. So there is some kind of potential for wish fulfillment here, especially in terms of like if you've met somebody who you think is your perfect woman, right? It's almost like this is the Pygmalion statue, like, but she's not woken up yet. Like Sleeping Beauty, she needs the kiss to wake her up. She needs the offer to make this happen, for the dreams to come true. But that requires a step from you. You can't sit there waiting for everything to come to you. You have to take tangible steps to make your dreams a reality. The universe can't deliver things if you're sat there wasting away, feeling in really low vibrational energy, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to read this card to you. Okay, interestingly enough, the Oracle of Delphi is card number 1. It's also, the amount of time I've got left is 1 minute and 11 seconds. So you've got 11:11 there. In the reverse, it says, this card shows that you've been denying your inner voice in some way. You may have gotten messages from spirit or from other spirits that you haven't acknowledged or that you may be resisting. Perhaps you have been sidelining your psychic or mediumship work. Whatever the case, wake up the power of the messages you receive. Wake up to the power of the messages you receive. When you deny them, you undermine all you wish to achieve. So light the torch. When you listen to the voice within and respond to it, you become the oracle in your own life. Now, when I woke up this morning, I think it was the second song that randomized for me on Spotify was Number One by Goldfrapp. You're my number one. Yeah, you've got someone who's a number one for you. You know that this is a good, or at least you imagine that this is a perfect match for you. That's what your intuition is telling you. So are you going to take the leap of faith, or are you going to let your dreams and hopes and wishes pass you by because you're too busy sulking? All right, Aquarius, that was a hard reading. I gave you a hard time there, but I do love you. Best of luck. Good luck with that. Make your own decisions. Bye-bye. No, I'm back. Now it's given me 2 minutes. It gave me 1 minute before, now it's given me 2 minutes because my phone makes no sense. I'm here taking the screenshot for the thumbnail, and I'm using the Four of Cups because that's the image that they showed me for you, and the Star card because that's your card. And I'm looking at these together, and I'm annoyed with you, Aquarius. I am. I'm like, it's your dreams, it's your hopes, it's your wishes, it's your happily ever after, your fantasy. So why are you sat there like, come to me, if you want me, come and get me? It's your dream, your wish, your fantasy. So be the Queen of Wands, go and get it, because you don't know what the other person's thinking. The other person might be thinking the same thing. They might be like, I don't know what Aquarius wants. If they want me, they can come and get me. They might be like there waiting for you, lying there, like the bloody Empress, going like, yeah, come and get me, take me, Aquarius. So like, but the thing is, it's your dream, your hopes, your wishes. So why are you putting the power in someone else's hand? Why are you like if it happens, it happens? Make your dreams happen. You're the person who's going to make your dreams happen. You can't expect someone else to do it. So yeah, annoyed with you, Aquarius. And I'm sorry, because I know it's COVID and I know we can't go anywhere, and I know this is like absolutely driving you crazy, but maybe you just needed to hear that. Maybe you needed to hear that. Like, if it's your dream, your hope, your wish, if it's what you want, right, Queen of Wands, if it's what you want, bugger off with that energy and go and get it. You look amazing. I don't know. This is, again, it's my opinion. It's your choice of what you do with your life. I've got, my Mars placement is Sagittarius. So I'm like, when I make up my mind, like that Libra mind, When I make up my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get what I want. Like sooner or later, it's going to be mine. So I think maybe take a leaf out this Queen of Wands book and stop sulking, stop overanalyzing, get out of there with that energy and go and get what you want. Go and make your dreams happen. All right, Aquarius, do take care. Bye bye. No, I'm back. I'm on a rant because I've changed my mind about what I'm using for the thumbnail because this is your choice. This is your choice here, Aquarius. Like who are you going to go and get? Like, who's going to get what they want? The person who sits there sulking or the person who looks magnificent and walks into the party like, boom, everybody wants me. Like, the confidence is attractive. Like, yeah, she is attractive, but like, this person is going to get what they want because they're going to make it happen. Right, I'm going. Bye.